Yes, ma'am. Dr. Natika, should I start introducing your speaker now? She's here.
Yes, Punamam, can we start?
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah. Yeah, Prachi, you can go ahead.
Am I clearly audible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to introduce Dr. Poonam Kakkar, an esteemed academician, researcher, and innovator in the field of commerce and business management. She currently serves as Vice Principal and IQAC Coordinator at Nirmala Memorial Foundation College of Commerce and Science and is a recognized PhD and MPhil guide at the University of Mumbai. Dr. Kakkad is actively involved in shaping academic curriculums as a member of Board of Studies for various autonomous colleges, contributing to programs like Bachelor of Management Studies, BCom Accounting and Finance, and Bachelor of Banking and Insurance. Her contribution to research and innovation are remarkable with two prestigious patent grants, an Indian patent for sales decision management system using possibility theory and an international patent for fully autonomous smart manufacturing unit using AI algorithm. She has also been awarded the ICSSR Minor Research Project Grant. Recognized for her outstanding contributions, Dr. Kakkad has received several prestigious accolades, including National Level Best Teacher Award in Management Under 40, presented in the presence of Honorable UGC Chairman, Eminent Young Researcher Award, International and National 2020-21 for from I2OR Government of India Registered MSME, Young Researcher Award from the Maharashtra State Commerce Association. Beyond her research, Dr. Kakkad is a prolific author with her books and theses published internationally and archived in a global repositories and Rajaram Mohan Roy National Agency, MHRD Government of India. She also plays a key role in fostering innovation as the Director of Incubation Center at her institution. With her extensive academic expertise, groundbreaking research, and commitment to education, Dr. Poonam Kakkad continues to inspire and lead us in the field of commerce and business management. We are privileged to have her with us today. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
वही तो चाहिए जो
Yeah, maybe mute the participants. Thank you. Well, a very good afternoon to one and all. Thank you for this warm welcome given. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third day, madam.
I'm
Natika,
7th.
all right, welcome to almost coming to a fag end to this faculty development program. It's an honor to have you all on this platform and an opportunity to interact with all the participants. Please allow me and grant me the permission to share my screen.
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Visible?
Ma'am, we can see your mail. Yeah, we can see the PPT. Yes, ma'am.
Sorted. Okay. Well, for some time I'll keep my camera on. Thereafter, I will have to take a chance to keep my camera off to match with the bandwidth and understand that the session goes swiftly. So yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Poonam Kakkar here. Today's session, what is given to me is all about Gen AI for excellence in higher education and research. There is a transition which has taken place in the field of research, in the field of academics, with the introduction of AI. This transition has made a lot of transformation, I can say. And we being into this field, it is our duty that we keep ourselves updated, upstream, with what is happening in the market and what are the expectations that our audience is going to have from us while delivering sessions to them or conducting research. Before I go into the depth of this session, I really wanted to know what kind of artificial intelligence tool that my audience is aware about and who are basically my audience. Do I have all the faculties who are aspiring researchers, or some are research scholars? There may be some who have already enjoying the degree, holding the PhD degree. So a quick look at what category of audience do I have. Accordingly, I can stretch my lectures according. Yeah, we can unmute so that even they could talk a little, or we can keep the chat box on. Yes, so I have professor, I'm a doctor, okay, pursuing PhD, associate professor, okay.
Ma'am, it's a blend of all the categories. Someone are pursuing, someone are doctorate, someone are as a research scholars.
All said and done, but all of them I'm sure must be using the AI tools, not just in research, but even in their day-to-day activities. Well, it is sad to know that the dependents have been over on this AI tools, but even to make a notice, I'm sure at times we take the help of these AI tools. No harm in it. No harm in it. But it's important that we understand the honesty that we need to maintain and the integrity in the profession that we belong to, right, in the field of research or in academics. So we do promote our students, research scholars, to use AI, because gone are those days when my guide and I had done my PhD. Well, I'm not at that age old also. I registered for my PhD in March 2012, and I was granted the or awarded the degree of PhD in 2014. 2 years rigorous work on PhD, along being a full-time faculty in one of the repute institutes. But there was a pattern in which I used to do my PhD religiously, daily, every day. Unfortunately, I did not have any such AI tools who could really support me to get my work done much more easier. Those days when we used to visit the library, we had to sit back and note down, jot down everything. We were not allowed to carry cell phones in the library, nor have any photocopies done for the dissertations or any kind of research papers which we found good. All we had to do is sit down and note what you found good. So that noting was not copying the lines, was actually paraphrasing. So we who have done their PhDs before the transformation of AI which took place, we actually used to paraphrase whatever we used to read. And I hope everybody knows what is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is all about articulating it in your own words, what you're reading, without changing the meaning of it. So we used to do that. We used to note it down, and that used to consume a lot of time. So we had to devote a lot of time and do a lot of hard work. And with this transformation which has happened and this generation of AI tools have come, it has made work much more easier and smarter. We as educators need to know how to handle this AI tools. To be very honest, the glory of the AI tools lie on what you prompt and you tell them. So what you really want to extract from this AI tool is a skill and art that we need to learn. What do we ask for in order to get the right answer? So AI will generate everything what you want, everything. But you should know how you should ask, what you should ask, in what flow you should ask, and where should you ask? Which are the platforms that you should ask? In order to get your answers, make your research much more concrete. Now, keeping all this in mind, well, my today's session that I'm going to have is all about, can I have some idea what are my audience expecting from today's session? What are we looking forward for? I believe in having two-way interaction to make the session very interactive.
Ma'am, we are expecting to discuss about AI tools that will be helpful for us in the research.
All right, all the AI tools. What are the AI tools that my audience is aware about? What are the AI tools that you are aware about?
DeepSeek, ChatGPT,
Okay,
Gemini,
ChatGPT, consensus,
Copilot,
I really like that.
Consensus, Skyspace.
Okay, that's good. Anything else?
A research rabbit.
Sorry?
A research rabbit.
Research rabbit, very good. Semantic scholar, very good. Okay, I think these are the ones which you have recently led, consensus and all. Good. These are the tools which are popularly becoming worldwide famous, where the research scholars are using it and making their research much more effective, simplified. DeepSeek, I like this, what you are saying. That's another. So, in this session, what we are going to learn is a lot of AI tools which you have missed out here on writing, and probably to give you some idea how it can be used for your academic activity as well as it can be used for your research work. Okay, there are some which I cannot read. Some we can name it as paper pal. We can name it as quillbot. Yeah, that's very often used. We can also call it as Jenny. So I will be talking about such tools which are Gemini. Yes, apart from Gemini, we also have Jenny, popularly used in our research activities. But while using these tools, ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a note that we do not have to have an over dependence on these tools, that they make us handicap in our own strength, in our own power. Okay, so let not the AI tools overpower your capabilities, your potential. Let not your thinking potentials retard while doing your academic activities. So going ahead to the next slide, let's see. Okay, so we can have this. All right, we have many Trinka. Yes, I will be showing you about Trinka also. How does it work? So did we have session earlier about these tools?
आ रहे होंगे धीरे धीरे यहाँ वहाँ की क्लास में होंगे ना इधर उधर कैसे बन सकता है
We have a session on these
Two
tools,
numbers.
what I'm talking about. So these are some tools that I will be talking about. We talk about EbitNote, Ref and Write. Somebody name it as Trinka. I will be teaching you Quillboard, PaperPal, Jenny, Julius. I would love to introduce this tool to you as an AI tool, especially in the field of academics. We need to know, and in the field of research, how this tool is popularly used across foreign universities, which we need to abide and we need to follow and spread this news of knowledge that how these platforms have been effectively used. To understand the concept of plagiarism, okay, now over dependence on this AI tools should not make you handicap or should not make you forget your uh, your parameters or the honesty, the transparency, the integrity that you need to maintain in the field of academics and research. So there are plagiarism tools, softwares which are very popular and which now trap the percentage of originality and imitation even when AI is used. So we human beings are really smarter. If we are using AI tools, we say humanize the AI write up, right? So the humanize also is now getting trapped. The plagiarism softwares are trapping the content which is completely original, and to the what extent it is imitated in the form of such using such platforms. So can you please tell us some of the AI tools for data analysis? I like this question which is raised. I will answer to your question soon by use of one of the AI tools which I've used here, which is not related just to paraphrasing or uh, up, beautifying your language. This is one platform which will help you to make your data analysis done. So I will be coming on to that particular platform, which will help you to identify which tool you can use for your data analysis, create tables, create charts, which is required for your research work. So quite an exciting session that we are going to have, ladies and gentlemen. Be with me, stay tuned with me, have good interactions so that we can have this kind of discussions well on this platform. Well, I will also be talking about what are the ethical challenges posed by this in the use of AI to understand the steps to prevent plagiarism in research. So, in the process of using this AI tools, what you need to keep in mind, you need to be very mindful while using this AI tools. You need to draw up your boundaries within and your limitations within which you're going to explore this AI tools. please ensure that you explore it and you really don't exploit it. There is a huge difference in both. So the power of AI tools should be used in a judicious manner. Well, I could say this. To learn the solutions to combat plagiarism in the age of plagiarism, this combat can be done with effective citations and referencing. So I'm going to teach you a few more tools apart from Zotero, which will help you to maintain your bibliography, maintain your citations parallelly when you're doing your review of literature. Well, it was a time without the AI where we used to write down the bibliographies, or rather, we used to use it on Microsoft Word. Oh, there were some functionings which were there, which we used to implement and use it. But now, with a click of a button on the Google search engines using these platforms, it enables me to make my work quicker, faster, and smarter. All right. I'm audible and visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Screen is visible. All right. Okay. We're going to talk about these AI tools which has transformed the way of researchers, the way they work. Um, there are still times where I see research scholars where announcements are made on various official groups that the conference is upcoming, submit your research paper. And unfortunately, this research paper, submit your abstract, this abstracts which takes to be made around 3 months to 6 months of time, they submit it in the span of 3 days. So how does that really work, which even I would want to know. Ideally, a good research paper takes around 4 to 6 months of time to compile the work and get it ready for its publication. So any paper which is made in 1 month, 2 months of time, I don't doubt on the caliber of the researcher in which the research paper has been made. That could be also be a research paper based on meta-analysis. So that can also be made in 1 or 2 months span of time. A research paper which is completely based on review of literature using meta-analysis, we can do that. But is there any kind of a tool which can help me to conduct a research which is based on meta-analysis using the AI tools? Yes. So these are certain things that we are going to discuss today. Get yourself acquainted and be with the trend as to where research and the researchers are heading using this AI tools. So these AI tools, when I talk about, I'm purely going to talk more into the field of research rather than just in academics. So in the field of research, a lot of times, we all are not a good, maybe a good orator, or maybe we are teachers who may have a lot of knowledge, but sometimes imparting that knowledge or executing it in the written form, we may find it difficult, maybe facing a barrier in the written communications that we want to have, because ideally we are not all the teachers teaching English subject. So sometimes a kind of a hurdle in grammar or something. So these are the AI tools which will help me to support in my writing. So giving assistance in all my drafting, structuring, and polishing my language, changing the face of my entire write-up, the presentation that I want to make for the findings and the study that I've made in research. So there are some tools that I'm going to talk about this. Review of literature, beautiful platforms are there that you can just click on those platforms, and which will help you to have a lot of networks on what people have studied so far over various topics, and how it can help you to identify the gap, your variables, and thereby craft your objectives, identify your hypothesis to be tested, and help you to draw up your model of the study. So there are such tools which help you to draw the model of your study. Okay. So let's explore such tools which can help me to identify the gaps and draw up a model on which my study is going to happen. Very exciting to know about this. Then we talk about there are tools. Somebody asked me on the platform that people are talking about various tools just to paraphrase it. People are talking about tools just to beautify the language, or a plagiarism detector, or test your grammar, etc. Are there any tool which will help me to 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 decide what could be my research topic. See, the essence of research actually lies the true stage, the true test, the true confusion starts at stage one when you have to decide your title. Uh, it's not a game of overnight. It takes around 3 months to 6 months. A researcher really don't have a right pathway because they're confused in, ma'am, I should do research in which area? I am not able to understand. And if you're in that direction, I say congratulations, you're going on the right track, because state of confusion is the first state of research. Okay, so identify your problem. The researcher identified the problem saying, ma'am, I don't know. What should I do a research on? It's vast. So I always say start with an end in your mind in research. I repeat, start with an end in your mind in research. Remember one thing, whatever decisions that you're taking in your research journey, you have to defend your work. At the end, you're going to have an open defense. At the end, your work will be read by the society. At the end, your work will be read by the people whom your work is projected to, maybe industry or maybe any kind of NGO. So, who is your target audience to whom you are likely to present your research work, whom you want to read about and know about what are your findings? They are going to have a lot of questions in how did you have your research been conducted? So at that point of time, you really need to be strong enough to defend all the decisions that you have taken in your research work. So they may ask you, why did you use this particular statistical tool for data analysis? Why did you select the sample size for your data analysis or for your research work? You need to answer to these questions. And in order to answer these questions, over dependence on AI tool may probably make you handicapped and paralyzed. So do not be so very dependent that you are not able to defend your work, answer to the questions that the readers are asking for. Well, we are going to have various tools will help me to detect plagiarism also. So I'll be talking a little about plagiarism, maintaining the integral part of using of AI tools that one needs to know about in the field of research. So these are some of the tools that I'm going to talk about. Some of my loved ones are EvidNote, Ref and Write, Quillbot. You all already know about. If you talk about the ratings, it has got around 4.5 maximum. The most popular tool used on the platform is Quillbot. People are and researchers are using it to a great extent. Somebody also has spoken about Trinka. I loved many things about Trinka, which I'll be sharing with you. PaperPal, a popular platform used in foreign universities, which are now getting known, acquainted to the Indian researchers, and one should use these kind of powered AI tools to make your research much more effective and smarter. So, are you all with me? Can we start with the first tool, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The first tool that I'm going to talk about is it's an award-winning tool for writing research papers and theses. As I said, we all may not be so powerful in our deliveries, in our vocabulary, in our language. Sometimes we repetitively use certain words, repetitively use certain sentences, especially when we write interpretation. So at that time, we cannot every time write down the above table says, the above structure says, the above graph says. When we are writing about ROL, we cannot write down the same words, same phrases. So is there any platform which can give me a bank of words and phrases that I can use in my thesis and my research paper writing to glorify my language, maintaining uh, um, um, uh, the boundaries within which the research scholar has to use the words and that the reader can understand? Then let me welcome to this tool, which is Ref and Write. So parallelly, if you want, you can open your laptop and you can quick doing with me. This will help you to cannot download information as per your request. Okay, no problem. Chal, I've downloaded here. Well, hope visible. My entire screen is visible. So this is a platform where you can directly log in Log in with your Gmail ID, personal ID, and that's the interface of Ref and Write that you can see. In this interface, it's an academic software which can be used for your day-to-day language, deliveries of your lectures, as well as you can use for your research articles, works, and your thesis or dissertations that you want to write down. Let's go to the first one. So how I have got logged in into this platform is you can write on Google search engine ref and write as written here. And the moment you write it, you will have to log in. So sign up. Once you sign up, you can log in. Once you log in, this is the interface that it will look like. I take it to the first area, which is academic paraphrase. Lovely tool is this when you talk about introduction. So if I want to introduce any topic which is related to my work, my thesis, then second chapter will be something review of literature, where I want to break review of literature chapter into what was the previous findings done, where is the research gap in my review of literature, what work that I have done. I want to go to the third chapter, start with my thesis writing, something on research methodology. My fourth chapter is all about data collections and data analysis and interpretations I'm talking about. Finally, I'm going to talk about the last part, which is going to
Yes,
talk.
ma'am. Can you
Yes.
please write the website name in the chat box?
Oh, people are asking for that. Is my screen visible because I'm showing this?
Ma'am, it is very much visible, but when I was trying to write your URL address,
Huh.
so you have just suddenly switched over the other tab, so it is showing another name on the URL.
Okay, it's just ref and write. And if you want this, I share it on the chat box, which will help you out. Here we go. Take good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome, dear. So going ahead, so let me take you to review of literature, where I want to introduce and begin with this chapter. Or in your research paper also, you want to start with your ROL as one of the content of your research study. So we can have this paraphrase tools used. We present an overview of literature that relates to the work presented here. After an initial overview of related work, we examine specific prior work, and we never write down we, you can always write down the researcher. Next is the researcher briefly review the body of related work that is available on, and these are various phrases that you can use, beautiful language that is supporting me to glorify my writing skills, especially in the field of research. This is at the introductory thing. How about if I want to write down something on the gap which has been identified? So let's see here. Is it there? Gap analysis. Come down, come down. Yes. Research gap, which is also a part of review of literature. So in research gap, what you really want to write down, it has got limited previous study. So let's click here. Look at the paraphrase or phrases that is given. Previous research typically only investigated the, and then you can write down your content related. The problem has received limited attention in literature. Wonderful. The study of dash is rarely reported. See, it is saying rarely reported. You can never use the word not been reported. If you're saying so, I'm sorry, you're contradicting the universal fact of research that the research is never been done, which is never true. That is, somebody or the other has made some research in related areas where you want to contribute towards further findings. So never use the word so far no study has been made. Absolutely wrong. So far a rare study has been made. This is how you nail on the right things. Even when you're making research proposals to get various grants from government or non-government institutes, this is what they look out for. What are your writing skills? How are you writing? What is your understanding on every phase, every stage of research methodology? So minute things that I will be sharing with you, which I learned during my research work when I had made a proposal for a grant that I was seeking from ICSSR. And I was fortunate while making these kind of proposals. I was being granted in 2022-23 minor research from ICSSR. So while making the proposal, it did not work for 15 days. I worked for the proposal for 3 months. And in that 3 months proposal, I had taken help of various people, including the chartered accountant, because to make the budget of my research, which I had to present it to the government, that I'm seeking funds to conduct this research, and this is the expected budget. The budget had to be within the within the boundaries, limitations, the upper hand that the institution ICSSR had given. The chartered accountant sat with me, calculated what could be the monthly salary of the research assistants that I'm going to hire, what is going to be my amount for data analysis. So for doing all this work, we require help and assistance of number of people we need to talk to while doing such work, which I will be talking to you during my session, giving you hints, do's and don'ts that one needs to take care. All right, let's see any kind of paraphrase tools. If I want to go for data analysis and presentation, one more of chapter. So within that, they have given me so many effects or influence agreements, increase or decrease. Let me talk about effects and influence. Maybe I'm talking about to understand the influence of brand on buying behavior of consumers. And I've done the data analysis. Now is the time for data presentation. Let's still take a look at it. These words that can be used. An effect was more pronounced at dash probably because of, and then you can write down your reasons. The influence of dash is seen more pertinent. This effect is more prominent due to the absence of. Look at the glory and wonderful bank that you are choosing, that they are using. I think even you can explore this particular one side of ref and write. Let's go to paraphrasing tool. Now, where I say paraphrasing tool, I just explained you what is paraphrase. Paraphrases, you can never write down something which is known as cut, copy, paste from any particular research work unless you have quoted it, inverted commas, or as when you're doing a plagiarism check using good softwares like Grillbit or softwares like Urkund or software like Turnitin. अब ये use कर रहे हो तो definitely you need to be very careful as to how are you writing your research paper also using AI tools. If you are exactly using the same lines, for example, if you want to define a term in your research work, you that definition needs to come into inverted comma so the plagiarism checker at that time does not catch and consider it to be as plagiarized. It's a definition given by an author which you have mentioned it, cited it, and also you have put into inverted commas into quotes. So at the time of paraphrasing it also, when you reading an research article, you have to write it in your own words without changing the meaning of it. We may not be so good at it. So at times, if I want to paraphrase it, ref and write helps me out to paraphrase it. Copy the paragraph here and you just have to say it, paraphrase it. It will change the beauty of it. For example, let me give you something on consumer behavior. So, ma'am, audience belong to different faculties, commerce, science, arts.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have to stick to all different faculties also now. Yeah, I have blindly copied this particular sentence from internet, and now I cannot use this. If I use it, if it goes for plagiarism check, definitely this will be identified. As per UGC norms, the plagiarism should be below 10%, and each university has their own circulars which are related, which you need to really know and get yourself acquainted with. So if I say paraphrase without changing the meaning, it will help me to have a good result done. Consumer behavior is a study of how people buy, use, and dispose of products and service. The study of how consumer purchase, utilize, and discard goods and service is called as consumer behavior. Study of consumer behavior examines how consumer purchase, utilize. You see, the meaning is not changing, but the way it is, the context in which it is written, they are changing the words, they are changing the sentence in which it can be projected differently so that it does not get considered under plagiarism check. Well, this is another service that Ref and Write provides. It's all about plagiarism checker. Okay, let's check what plagiarism checker it is giving. So what you can do is definitely, here is the beauty of Ref and Write and why it is so popularly been used. apart from identifying the research that you have cut, copy, paste from other papers, it will also tell you the amount of AI content that you have used in your research work. Beautiful. So if
Mom,
you say we humans are really smart, but then the technology makers, the developers are equally smart. They have also added a new feature to the plagiarism detectors, and the detector is they detect the level of AI that you have used. To move further, we research scholars are pretty smart in even identifying by humanizing the AI content. So I will be showing you certain AI tools which even identifies the originality and the human references or the humanized effect that you have given to your write up. That also equally gets trapped. So one needs to take care that over dependence will not be really helpful. This tool is free. Yes, it is free. But if you want to really enjoy some highlight features, the premium features of left and right, you have to pay some nominal fees. But however, to great extent, to your for your research work, Shabina, Dr. Shabina ma'am, you can definitely use this tool. That's an answer given to your question. To a certain extent, it is free, but then you will have to pay certain price to enjoy the premium features, as I said.
Mom, it is just free for 15 days only, trial version.
So I think when you have written the paper and when you want to have the plagiarism check, you can definitely use this. Be a judicious user while using the AI tools. Okay. And 15 days ke baad, I'm sure when you have completed your paper and when you're almost writing it down for your compiling of your work. So these are the time you can use this AI tools, right? Because it is talking about plagiarism check, it is talking about academic bang phrase. Is basically at that time when your data collection is also over and when you're compiling the work and doing your analysis part. That can help you. And further, if you want to enjoy more 15 days, change your email ID, use another 15 days. Now, don't quote me anywhere for the wrong things that I'm telling you, but these are certain smart work that one can really enjoy if you want to enjoy for the next 30 days period of time. Okay. Can we go ahead?
Sure, Mom, sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Uh, coming back to the PPT. Okay, left and right khatam hua. We move on to the next one. Avid Note. Note it down. AvidNote. Avid Note. Avidnon enables you to write or read research papers faster as well as analyze your research data with our AI templates. I'll show you the templates that Avidnot is giving. Don't be surprised if I tell you that this particular tool just does not help you to paraphrase your research work, just does not help you to identify or detect plagiarism, but it also helps you to draft your questionnaire, to draft your questions that you would like to have it in your primary data collection, that is during interview method. So what kind of questions that you can ask and how it can be interpreted, Avidnote helps you out here. Let's take a look. Okay, so what all you need to write down on the Google search engine, just write down Avidnote. May I just copy this down so it goes easy for you? We put it here and we say, go ahead. Yes, the audience, I have shared it with you. You may click on the link to get on this platform. Again, you have to sign up with your own email IDs and come on this. So the interface of this platform looks something like this. Let me take you to the glorious part of this particular platform, write new paper and AI templates. So let's go to write new paper. Uh, this is showing 358 words. We have been allowed to use around 5,000 words in order to write down a research paper. You can enjoy that. Let me take a look here also. I've opened two different accounts because with different accounts, I try and, okay, I need to log out from here first. Only if I log out, I'll be able to get into the new account that I've made. Well, at least. So again, this is not completely free. You will have to pay a little, but at the beginning stage, if you want to enjoy for 10,000 words, 20,000 words, I've told you the smart work that you can do and enjoy the facility that this tool is providing. Maybe you want to do some review of literature. So in the language that you want to do, uh, click here. So there are different languages also. So anybody who is doing their research in the field or in arts, maybe in Hindi or in other languages, then it gives you languages in which you want your review of literature to be done. Originality it says, and it says how much of content do you want in your review of literature. You can write down from 1500 to 2000 words, 3000 words review of literature, what you want. So far I'm just writing now right now 100 words I want to abbreviate just to show you how does it work. So when I say I want to do some review of literature, he's going to ask me what is the topic, describe something in which you want to do your review of literature. There will be a dialog box here. In that dialog box, I have to write down what I'm expecting. Since there is some internet problem, the dialog box is not coming. So I can write down what I'm expecting to have review of literature. Probably I'll write down consumer behavior here, and it will show me all the reviews that it can be made through it. Let's do it once again. Chalo, done. All right, so that's the platform. This is how the interface will look. You see the various AI templates it is giving me. Let me take you to new research paper. In that new research paper, I said I want to write a review of literature. That's the dialog box that you get. So it is said in which language I want. I want it in English language. Okay. Basically, describe here the study in which you want the detail ROL about. Your balance in your kitty is 5,000 words. So you can extend this by creating all different accounts and you can have 20,000 words also. So here I can say I want to have something on mm, this is something I want to have a review of literature done. Has somebody studied upon this consumer buying decisions or factors influencing consumer buying decision? For talcum powder, a day-to-day product used by all of us. So what are the things that we look forward for while buying one talcum powder? It could be the fragrance, could be the brand name, it could be the availability, the price. I want to know what are these various factors that people look out for. This is what I have done. And I have said, please find out review of literature for this. And I believe in around 1,500 right now I want. Let's check how it is getting generated. So when the review of literature here will be done, you will see it is done with citations. Beautiful. It told me all the factors, social factor, psychological factor, and it's given me all with citations. Wonderful, wonderful. One small problem with Evernote is that if I want to review these citations, review these papers, I don't have those research papers. I will have to hunt it. I will show you other platforms where review of literature will be written by that AI. And the glory is they will also, that's referencing also done, friends. What else we want? Entire referencing done. So I will be giving you those citations, those platforms also, which will highlight those research papers, showing you those citations of this which has been mentioned here. Let me come to those platforms also. So that's kind of an ROL which is written for you. While I have my own reservations in use of this AI tools, I always keep saying use it judiciously to the extent that it does not make you handicapped. The moment somebody else work for your research paper, you will not be able to defend the work that you have done unless you sit and write it down. Write it down first on your own. It is fine if you use the AI tools to give you a flow chart. It will give you a workflow, probably how you it will can create a structure for you as to how you can carry forward your work, and within that work, within that structure, within that flow, you can definitely construct your and craft your or articulate your work. So this is one thing that you can definitely work upon. Next, if any kind of introduction you want to have, and I put on the same topic. Okay, let's see that. So that is factors influencing consumer buying decision for talcum powder. Okay, and let me copy this and keep, because for that I'm going to show you. And I say, okay, please write down some good introduction for me. 1500 का word use किया है. Okay, generate it. So Avid Note will help you to generate the introductory part. You can also write down what is the gap been identified after ROL using this AI tool. That's the beautiful introduction created. You can reduce down, curtail down the words to the extent you want. But believe me, your introduction plays a major role, especially when you're writing your proposals. If you're looking forward for any kind of seed money or any kind of grants to conduct your research, there are experts who are going to read your work and decide whether you should be given that grant or not, right? So in order to pull them to read your entire proposal, your introduction has to be bang on. There is a strategy in which you make your introductions, which not all AI tools say. You need to know the art of what to prompt on AI in order to deliver what you're expecting. So when I'm talking about consumer beer for talcum powder, first you need to talk about FMCG industry. How is that industry been contributing towards GDP of the economy and towards employability, etc.? How this product can be really pushed more for increasing its purchases. So what needs to be added as USP that consumers are looking forward in order to increase the sale of this FMCGs, thereby generating employability, GDP, etc. This is how you actually nail it right at the introductory level. Whatever you talk about, first you talk about how much it is contributing towards the economy, how much it is generating employability. However, not much of reference or focus has been done in this area, which induced the researcher to have further research on. So this highlights statistical presentation in your introductory part, which induces the researcher itself to. I hope this is clear so far. Maybe proceed. Let me take you to one AI tool. Same.
Ma'am, ma'am, can you please show the literature review part that you did?
I will again show it to you, but I will take you to another glorious part, that is the AI template. And in the AI template, I will show you how even suggest interview questions, suggest survey questions, analyze the data, analyze their interview. So interviews are usually open-ended. So when open-ended questions are there, it's difficult to generalize it, right? But using this tool, if I try to have these are general answers which are given by the respondents, it will draft a report for me and generalizing what is the interviewee saying when the interviewer had asked so and so questions. Beautiful platform. So let me put up, continuing with the same example, suggest survey questions. And my title was English language only. I continue with the same title. Factors influencing consumer buying behavior. Okay. And going down, I am saying, please generate some more 200, 300 आपको जितने भी वर्ड्स चाहिए तो अभी तो मैं 100 ही बोल रही हूँ यहाँ पे चलो ना 500 बोल रही हूँ 500 वर्ड्स का जरा क्वेश्चन है ड्राफ्ट करके दीजिए Look at the glory. It is drafting the questionnaire for you. What else do we want? Okay. But one, the researcher should know the art and the glory of drafting the questionnaire. Lot of times, if you over dependent on these AI tools, and if I tell you identify which question is satisfying which objective of your study, if you don't know that, I'm sorry, you will not be able to defend your work. So you got to be very careful as to how to use this AI tools to what extent and to what limit. Okay.
Ma'am, I have query related to same. When we talk about statistical part, or hypothesis testing, how we can relate this questionnaire framing with the statistics or hypothesis? Can you please put light on that?
I really like the question that you have raised. This question usually arises in the minds of researcher. I'll tell you what happens. Let's learn from mistakes that people do in their research journey and which we should not commit it. Usually what we do is we try to uh, uh, have a thought process in mind. Let me do something new that others have not done. Let me do a research study which not many people have spoken about. Let me do something which no light so much is thrown upon. If you're going in that band, in that path, let me tell you, you're inviting trouble for yourself. When you say that, let me do something where not much of research is done, then my dear friends, where will you find out your variables from? And ideally your variables are the heroes of your study. So rather you need to have your past literature as to how people have measured efficiency. What are the factors that people have identified for buying talcum powder? Your study should contribute one more factor. That factor is a variable which may differ to person. That's one thing. So at the time when you say that I want to draft, I want to make my thesis amazing, and when you're deciding your chapter scheme, you always put around, I want to have 300 pages to 500 pages for data analysis. When you're making your proposal and when you're writing number of pages that every chapter should have. So you have allotted 300 to 500 pages for data analysis itself. अब 300 पेज का डेटा एनालिसिस करने के लिए you need to have that much of content and tables, right? Your analysis needs to be that much. When you have already collected the data and now you go to the statistician, my data is collected, please help me to analyze the data. The statistician sits and tries to analyze your data. What he gives you is only 10 tables and he says your entire analysis is completed here. You are zapped in a soup and you're saying, so what went wrong? The entire analysis is getting over in 35 pages where I have kept 300 pages, 200 pages for analysis. So there he says, Madam, the type of questions that you have asked in your questionnaire is prohibiting me to use various statistical tools for my data analysis. Ideally, what you have come to me right now at this stage to analyze, you should have come to me at the time of drafting your questionnaire along with your objectives so that we could nail upon what kind of objective should have what kind of questions raised. That will help me to define my statistical tool. So right at the very beginning stage when you're drafting your objectives of your study, what kind of words that you're using in your objective will reflect your statistical tool. So this particular decision does not come after fag end when you're making your questionnaire or when you're making your
or you're writing your data analysis, the question of what kind of tool I need to use in my data analysis comes at the beginning stage when you are drafting your objectives of your study. So when you're making such questionnaires, you first need to go back to your objective. What is the objective that you have written in your paper? So there is an art of writing objectives also, which I cannot include it right now. This is not my session. So a separate session will ask the organizers to keep. There is an art and craft, a science of writing objectives and title of your study. So be it commerce faculty, science or arts, how do you structure your objectives? Which word should you use? Relationship, compare. That will help you to identify which statistical tools that you can use. Now, certain words that you may use, which will only help you to use statistical tool, which is mean, median, and mode. 15 page mein data analysis khatam. So you went wrong in drafting your objectives, and according your questionnaires were accordingly drafted. So one needs to know the art and science that every stage is connected with the next stage and the previous stage. So this is how you can see, ladies and gentlemen, how the questionnaire is made for the title that I'm looking forward. Okay, now you need to explore this area. Explore this area to get a lot of answers to you. So again, you can go to write paper. In write paper, you go to AI templates. In AI templates, we can write down methodology here, write, read. So we can go to write. In write, you can write down as write review of literature, write introduction, write method. When you go to methodology, they will give you a lot of options. These are various templates where you can data analysis, analyze the data, analyze the interview, extract data from a paper. So you need to upload a paper here, which will go into your data bank. Upload a paper which will go in your library. From the library, you can start extracting the papers. You can also add a question here, that is through AI chat. So you ask them, what is this particular table? Upload that table and say, what is that particular table talking about? Please explain the table that is there. So the AI chat will generate that particular table to you. Beautiful. It has got latex also. So if you are authoring any paper, any book, it will exactly give you the alignments in paper, in which it gives you proofreading also. So a beautiful tool that you can explore, which I said, it is, ma'am, can this also help in hypothesis? I'll show you a tool which can help you in data analysis and testing of your hypothesis. Give me some time. We'll come to that.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. I have one more query as I've asked
Can
you
we
the
do one?
pre.
Can we have the queries raised at the end? Because I think 10 minutes are given for the question answer round. So if you see all these tools, I'm sure your query will be resolved, where I'll be trying to compare also each tool, that this tool did not have this, this will have this. It will answer your question. Or you can put it in your chat box. So if I'm seeing in the chat box, if I can relate, I will let you know there and there. ठीक चलेगा?
Sure, ma'am. No issue. Thank you so much. And thank you for entertaining my first query.
Acha, your first query was there. Okay. Let's go to another platform which somebody had named. This is Trinka. You have got a paper ready with you. And definitely we aim at publishing our papers in ABDC journals. Okay. Thankfully, UGC has removed the clause now for UGC care listed journals, but they have said that you need to publish in repute journals, peer reviewed journals. And when I say repute journals, we all know Emerald, Sage, and the International, the Journal of Marketing, International Journal of Marketing. These are all repute journals that are there in the market and which we want to really publish our papers into. Does our paper fit to the quality and the parameters that journal is asking for? What kind of changes do I need to make? Can anybody be an expert and before I submit can let me know how my paper should be as per the standards of that journal? Then let me introduce you to this platform, which is Trinka. Trinka, apart from helping me to paraphrase my work, apart from having a Grammarly check, Trinka helps me to identify whether my paper is fit for the journal in which I'm looking forward for. I need to write down the journal name there, and I will be able to identify whether it is as per the parameters of that journal my paper is there or not before submission and before rejections. The point need to be taken that after Trinka, it has been observed if you upload your paper there, your paper should not get public. I need to have some privacy of my paper before it is published. So there are other tools which are now become giving this facility that you can make it private and then upload your paper on such platforms which does not get evident into the public domain, and before it is published your paper is not leaked. So I'll be introducing you that tool also. Just let me know whether this is audible or no.
No, ma'am.
Let me start. Audible?
Hi, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See this.
There was a time in my life where from
Nothing to do, Anna.
but inside me there was a different. Again,
Yearly.
we all may be a good researcher, but there are possibilities that we may not be having a good command on the English language. As a result, our academic writing goes very weak. In order to give a solution to this, well, I introduce you to a platform. It's a platform which is freely available, and it enables the researcher to have a Grammarly check and helps to enhance their academic writing. Let's explore this platform. So here I share my screen. We go to Google search engine.
I'll drop a message after 1 hour to you. Chalega? Because I need to know.
Here we write down TRINKA. Advanced Grammarly Checker for academic writing. We click on it.
Mona beta does not come in.
We need to register for free. We need to register. I have already registered with basic details they ask. Your full name and your email ID. So with free registration, once you register, you can log in. So this is how the interface of Trinka looks like. TRINKA. This is a demo file. This is one of my files which I had uploaded in order to have the Grammarly check, and it helped me and enabled me also to enhance my writing using various tools which are available on the platform. So let's take a look at the demo file first. This exactly looks like your desktop or a laptop interface when you open up Microsoft Word. So these features are not new to you. Well, I have started writing my article, and parallelly, it gives me an assistance to check over my grammar, enhancement of my language, any kind of a spell check. Let's take a look. So if I say enhancement of the language, it says you can use this word or you can use a word performed. Grammarly check, it says it has to be not on 1984, but in 1984. So if you do not have a strong command over your language and you still want to write down a good article, then this is one of the platforms which can really assist you. Let's go back. This is just a demo file here. So let's go back to our home page. We can either create a new file here. When I say new file, let's take a click here and see what does it open. It directly opens here. So either we can start writing whatever we want to, and accordingly the grammar check takes place. Or if you do not want to have a direct writing here, see, I can show you. Something what I write here, it keeps detecting. So it says the checking keeps happening here. So they are saying there's a grammar error. This is randomly what I am just typing, but once you start paraphrasing your article, what you want to write, then appropriately it will give you
the spell check or grammar check. This was the file which I was working upon, which I give you a demo with. You can also upload any of your article. So you say upload. I have an article here on my desktop. So here I take it. I was working on an article or a research study, I can say, something on CCTV surveillance. So I say upload this file. It's uploading. The file gets automatically uploaded here. So this is a file, what you can see, which is uploaded. And towards the right hand side, you see it's giving me enhancement, grammar check, spell check. So if I say, okay, enhance this word, it says delete already. Doesn't sound good. And these are the errors, what it is showing in my article, what I'm writing. So the grammar check, it has to be has, very good. So this is UABC, that's a grammar check. This shows consistency. For example, I'm writing M commerce in my paper. So either write down as capital M hyphen commerce, or I just write down capital M and commerce. So entire article where I'm using these words time and again, M commerce, it has to have some consistency in which way I'm writing it. So it checks the consistency of the article. And a publication check, this is what something I like. The paper in the journal in which you want to publish your paper. And if you type that particular journal, it will say whether your paper is fit for the journal based on various parameters. So I need to write down the name of the journal in which I want to publish my paper. And these are the various aspects that they're going to have the publication check on. Does it match the standard of the journal in which you want to publish? Does it have the ethical compliances? It checks the plagiarism here. It checks over my tables and figures. So these are authorship details. These are various aspects that it checks if I want to have publication for this article. Something very interesting I felt, which I could share with you. So this parallelly, when you are writing your article, it can simultaneously go on with the grammar check and the consistency. Wonderful tool that you all can use for. Well, these are the features you all are well versed, which is similarly happening on our Microsoft Word also. So nothing to get introduced here. Like we go back to the interface, the home page. So as many number of files that you keep uploading and you keep typing, it will come on your interface, the files in which you have worked with. Please remember this platform, Trinka, TR.
Thank you. So well versed and well known with this platform that one can really think about while using Ref and Write, Avidnot, and Trinka. These are the three things that we have finished. While using it, one needs to be judicious while using it. Do not be over dependent on using these tools because they should not make you academically paralyzed or handicapped in your critical thinking. After all, you have to defend your work. You need to know what you are writing. Only then you will be able to defend it to the audience who is trying to question you back for the work that you have delivered. Really, believe me, there is only one way that you need to, that can help you out from saving from plagiarism. That is always put into codes, cite your work, maintain a reference book. Maintain a reference bibliography very well and give wherever possible citations. The moment you give citations and paraphrase the word and key, the level of plagiarism will drastically fall and will be within the reach of what university or UGC is claiming and asking for. All right, we're going to come to Jenny. Oh, I love this particular platform. Before I go to Jenny, is there any kind of questions that anybody is having? So far, we have learned three tools: Ref and Write, Avidnot. Avidnot has got maximum AI templates. Is right from your writing of your research paper for all the stages of your research paper till the time you can have a plagiarism check. And then we have learned about Trinka.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a query about ref and write.
Yes.
I was trying to just check the plagiarism for a particular file
Yeah.
that was done by me. So even I was uploading around 500 words file.
Hmm.
So even then it was like there's not free version available. They're asking for
These
taking
tools,
it
what I'm
to the
showing you,
paid.
unless I say confidently that these are tools which are freely available, then you can go for it. Or as I've told you, a shortcut method as to how it can be available. I'll show you other platforms also, ma'am, where you can extend the word limit to 2000 words, 3000 words, and 5000 words. So, few platforms where you are not ready to pay and you do not want to enjoy the premier features, they will retard your activities by restricting the number of words that you can enjoy on the platform. For example, when I talk about PaperPal or Jenny, this is one more platform. So you can have talks with, that is AI chat, but not more than 5 questions in a day that you can ask. That's PaperPal limitations. So unless you pay, you will not enjoy or have the complete freedom to use it. Till the time it is unpaid, there will be some limitations that you will have. Okay, so if you want to
Okay,
have
ma'am.
such kind of plagiarism check done, you have plagiarism checker, you have plague scan, you have, then these are costly tools, what I'm saying, but the level of accuracy is pretty high, the level of usage is pretty high. Turn it in, and most of the universities recommend these plagiarism tools. Grillbit, so these are the tools. Drillbit, they are softwares that they are recommending it, for which you have to pay a little to get the authentications, originalities, certifications done from this plagiarism software. Okay. Any more questions? Can we go ahead for the next tool? We talk about Jenny, a tool which is far and wide used in the field of research, especially foreign university, is a very popular tool used. Even research scholars, students, apart from the teaching fraternity, use this particular platform. And it boosts your academic writing capabilities, not a shortcut, but a tool which helps you to overcome the writing block, enhance your research paper quality. What's important is your art and skill of prompting on this. When I say prompt, it means what kind of questions are you asking on this platform? That is all prompting. The way you ask a question on the AI tools will generate the way it understands. So there has to be a lot of clarity and in your thought process in order to raise a question on this AI tools to generate the desirable outcome that you're looking forward for. So let's click on, should I share this on chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This what I have shared is direct a link of my account. So if you use it, then you're using it from my account. So my account will get exhausted. So for now, do not operate it so much. The moment I reach there, I will show it to you.
No, ma'am, it's not asking. It's asking for us only to sign up.
Sign up? Ah, very good. So I've given you the right interface. Okay. Good.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hanji.
Ma'am, if we have to add AI in our syllabus, already existing syllabus, we want
Ah,
to add some topics related to that, then
ah.
how can I get that information and from where?
What is the syllabi?
My subject is statistical analysis using SPSS
Okay.
or data analysis using SPSS. In that, we want to add AI.
So एक तो आप
A small component will be okay.
there are many tools that you can use, but you want to teach that to students. LaTeX is one that you can definitely add, ma'am. My students, when they're
Okay, ma'am.
doing such kind of activities, especially in mathematics, statistics, authoring a book, There are a lot of formula shortcuts in LaTeX that you can use. That's one thing you can introduce if you want. And one more, Julius, if I'm not mistaken, Julius. It's an AI tool. Data analyst, Julius. That's a wonderful tool that you can ask your students, put in your syllabus. It's completely based on data analysis. You talk about chi-square test, you talk about regression, correlation, one-way ANOVA, or parametric, non-parametric tests. Julius is a platform which will make your tables ready with the pie diagrams and charts. It's the glory of research this platform is providing. I'll come to this particular AI tool also. An only tool so far to my knowledge, which I have learned, which helps you in data analysis also. So I still have to come across various tools, but this tool that I've come across is the first tool that for my knowledge, that it is helping you in data analysis. The rest of the tools are helping you out in academic writings, paraphrasing, citations, referencing, reference management, plagiarism. But this tool, what I have come across, is helping you for uh, quantitative data analysis. Now, Dr. Shobha, you're asking for qualitative. Qualitative, you go again to Avid Note, go to the data template. It is saying qualitative analysis may writing of the interpretations for the interviews taken. So it can help you out there. Avid Note will help you, Dr. Shobha. And the participant who questioned me right now for quantitative data analysis, Julius. So we'll come on that later. अभी तो हम पहले कहाँ पे थे? Jenny पे. So let's understand few things about Jenny. Sign up for free to get started. Sign up for free account. So to enjoy further features, you will have to pay a little, but initial stage when you want to really finish up your research work using this platform, be smart to sign up with a couple of accounts, use it, chapter close. Prompt generations. So what you ask questions, what you are prompting, that you should have an art and science on that. Input your research topic and Jenny AI generates comprehensive prompts and gives a kickstart to your paper. Research assistance, find incredible sources, articles, relevant data, and a powerful AI driven research assistance. Writing support, so it draft and refines your papers, refines your language, your structure, your clarity, your content. Citations and references, it will handle all your citations, references, wonderful. So when ROL is written, now I will show you the glory of Jenny. Okay. So any questions that you want to ask? See, a lot of times the research scholars are always doubtful on what topic they should select for your research. At times when you have to do a small research paper also, you look out for what is happening currently, what kind of research has been done so far, and what you can contribute by your research. So give me some ideas in suggestions in which area I can do my research into. So one, you should know yourself very well where you'll be able to defend your work. So I'm very pro in general management. You in general management is not in HR. So I am more likely my love and my comfort zone. I love to have academic datings, that is doing my ROL, doing my research study in more into a review of literature. That is sorry, marketing management. So more of my papers which are published are more in related to marketing management. So similarly here, if you are asking some questions, suggest some innovative ideas and topic in for research in consumer behavior. बताओ भाई कुछ है क्या? So now I don't know, ideally what is the traditional way? The traditional way was of identifying your topic was directly go to your supervisor, that is your professors, senior professors, and you tell them, please guide me, suggest me in which area I can do research, give me some topics in which, then your guide may say this is good topic, and that is how you can go ahead with your senior professors may say. Second way is you do your own review of literature, which hardly people do it before selecting the title. Minimum 6 months should be given in doing review of literature to decide the title of your study. Believe me, that the toughest part in research is deciding the title of your study. In which area, what are you really going to study? That really draws away 6 months of period of time, because you need to identify the variables, the actor, the hero, heroine of your uh, of your study, whom you're going to deal with, and finally find out their relations. Their relation is nothing else but the hypothesis. What previous authors have said relations, you want to test it in your paper. That testing is known as hypothesis testing. And finally, you may say that your test for your current respondents is the same as the previous author, or it is deviating from the previous author, which gives a debate for further scope of research. This is what happens in the field of research, ideally. I told you the journey. So in that area, probably if you want somebody to give you an idea what I can really do research upon, so these are various topics it is giving you. Ethics in virtual marketing, these are current topics. These are the areas in which you can do your research on. Consumer choice. Now you know what is neuromarketing, that is coming up. So a lot of studies are now being made on neuromarketings. There are other marketings which is known as meme advertising. So this is all related to social media now, which is coming up. So a lot of that is a new language of marketing. So a lot of research has been done in those areas. Something if you want to use time series analysis, if you want to compare two companies' balance sheet over a period of 5 years, are there any kind of research topics? So this is how it is generated for me. Various research topics, the role of social network in diffusion of innovations, predicting consumer behavior for disruptive innovation. These are the domains it is telling you in which you can have your ideas, which you can generate to create your paper. Now what you need to do based on this, it is giving you some kind of citations also. Go through this research paper, read this research paper, compile your idea that it's been generated, and come up with the title of your paper. So everywhere you see they have given you citations कि ये topic आया कहाँ से, ये topic आया कहाँ से. So they are generating citations from you. Click on the citations. You go on that particular paper and you see what that paper is saying. If you love it, compile it and create a topic for your research work. A beautiful platform which will help you even to identify, draft the title of your study. Okay, so let's go to this is library. So one thing what you can do is always when you're downloading papers, that downloads you can do it here. Upload those papers here. So referencing and citations when you're doing your work can automatically happen here. But mind you, this is not a free tool. You will have to pay a certain price to enjoy further benefits or certain services. Now let's go here. One second. Neha Agarwal. Usually, to get subscribers on YouTube channel in the field of education is a challenge. In the field of entertainment, it goes very fast. You get quickly subscribers, and you can have a good number of people viewing your videos. But when it comes to academics, it goes difficult because your content has to be that rich enough for people to view it. So I started following this YouTuber, and I loved her. I would recommend her. She's nowhere in my relation, mind you. I'm not promoting her, but I like the content what she's sharing, and her YouTube channel name is Wise Communication. Please note it down, ladies and gentlemen. You can't afford to miss this lady who has been teaching me. I learned from her. Wise Up Communication, Neha Agarwal. Look at her channels. She's awesome in teaching people what AI tools can be used, especially in abroad, study abroad, and soft skills. So I have learned Jenny from her, and I have started using Jenny. So before I teach you, I think you should listen to Jenny. She will contribute in my today's work, and I give a tribute to her. I cite her during my speech and during my work that I have learned Jenny from Dr. Neha Agarwal. Please take a look at her. So very good. I follow up her for her classes. She is good. Yes, Paras. So please, one should follow. For people who don't know, let's go to Neha Agarwal. See, everybody is not born with knowledge. We need to build our knowledge, and we get this knowledge through our network. So there is no harm in YouTuber for Wise Up communication. There is no harm in sharing about this, that from where I have learned my work. And I want Neha to talk about Jenny. We will have hands-on experience on Jenny the moment we listen to her.
Hi everyone, how are you?
20 minutes. Okay.
And I hope you all are able to hear me properly. So firstly, as you all know, this is a big celebration for becoming.
Okay. I have one more video which will run for just 12 minutes time. Is it audible?
No, madam.
Hi
It is
everyone,
not audible.
I'm Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder of
Not audible?
Wise, and in my past,
Now audible,
Now it's
madam.
audible.
at length about the use of AI tools for research writing. In this video, I'm going to deep dive into one such AI tool, GenAI, and show you step by step how you can utilize it for research writing. So without further delay, let's get started. So now say, for example, you have to write a research proposal for master's or PhD abroad.
So there was one question raised to me, that how do we write down synopsis? In Mumbai University, synopsis comes after you have conducted your research, you have compiled your work, and almost you are at the path for submitting your thesis. Well, in other universities, at the time of making your proposal, they call it as synopsis. So uh, we assume that how to make a proposal, that is the synopsis, that is what the question was raised. And with the help of Jenny,
Or you're writing a research paper.
we will be helping you to know how proposals are made. Mind you, be a judicious user while using this particular AI tool to keep you active and not passive, active learner, and to ensure that your critical thinking is still continuous. Jenny का help आप only लीजिए to create an outline. Jenny will help you to draw an outline of your proposal, what should be the flow, but the inner content that it needs to be written, you need to do your homework well. So over dependence also will not be appreciated. Take a
And you
look.
have no idea what should be the topic. Now, usually identifying a research topic which is novel and no previous research has been done on it can itself take you a few weeks, to say the least. However, now with the help of the AI tool Jenny, you can really cut short this process and arrive at a research topic in your area of interest. All you need to do is log into your Jenny account, head to the AI chat feature, and type there, give me research topic ideas on your area of interest. For example, in my case, it is give me research topic ideas on super hydrophobic antibacterial fabrics. And there you go, a bunch of amazing topics will pop up. Here, all you need to do is a bit of literature survey, and you will have that novel research topic with you in no time. Now that you're doing your literature survey, you can utilize the help of Jenny to understand the paper better. For that, simply upload the paper in the library, then head to the AI chat feature, and you will see that the paper opens in a separate window.
Now here you can ask important questions to that paper. For example, I am looking to write a paper on durability of superhydrophobic antibacterial fabrics. What are some insights from this paper that will give me more clarity on this? Or how can the arguments made in this paper be applied to the use of nanoparticles in making these kind of fabrics? Now, the questions that I've asked here are very specific to my research area, but what I'm trying to tell you here is that you can ask really in-depth questions to Jenny and it will look for the answer from that paper and give it to you. But usually we might not be able to find when we read the paper on our own. Similarly, there are so many other useful prompts that you can use, which I have listed it down in this document, and I'm going to be sharing the link to this in the description below for you. Now that we have our research topic in place and literature review in place, it's time to start writing. But before that, I would recommend that you upload all your important literature papers in the library. This will help you refer to them while you're writing.
So when she's saying to upload it on your library, this is because you will be able to do your citations and referencing even while making your proposal. So take a note that all the research that you are downloading for review of literature are uploaded actually here in the library of Jenny.
Writing and also cite them while you write. You can also ask Jenny to give you suggestions on what needs to be written based on the papers that you've uploaded. So now when you start writing, I would highly recommend that you try to write the document first in your style of writing. This will at least help you visualize the content.
See, this is what everybody tells. All the resource people whom you listen, they will say do not have over dependence on AI tool. Sketch it down, put it onto the paper, what is running in your mind. This will give you some clarity in your thought process because after all, you have to defend your work. So once you have created your structure, in order to beautify it, in order to rectify it, in order to enhance it, you can take the help of Jenny because Jenny will also create a structure for you, which will give you a flow.
That is in your research proposal or research paper. Later on, you can further refine the content with the help of Jenny to make it more academic or professional. Here you have a bunch of AI commands that you can use to improve the overall text. For example, fluency, paraphrase, simplify, make longer, etc. Or you can also give very specific prompts to Jenny as well. For example, propose a better structure for rewriting what I've already written so that the reader can better follow the flow of my arguments. Or I'm struggling with the transition between these two paragraphs. Can you suggest a smoother transition that enhances the flow?
So my dear friends, all this you have to write down just on Jenny, no? Jenni. AI chat Jenny, that is what you have to just write down on. And I say login. I guess I had already logged in. Upload your papers here in the library. Once you upload in the library, your paper is there. You have to keep asking questions here. So you may say, explain what the paper is saying. So once you upload the paper here, the paper will be reflected here from your library. And here you can say, explain what the paper is saying. Extract what the paper is saying. So once you extract, that becomes a part of your ROL. Then you can say, extract the suggestions given in this paper. What are the findings in this paper? So you don't have to read the paper. Jenny will help you just to extract the findings, the summary, the conclusion, the suggestion given in this paper. You can also say identify the variables and the relations from this paper. So they will tell me these are the variables and these are the relations identified. So that relations will act as your hypothesis. So one participant asked me, is there any AI tool which will help me to draft the hypothesis? Ma'am, here it is for you, Jenny. Jenny will do half of your work, correct, Madam Mukherjee? So everything will be done by Jenny, but you have to be confident on yourself also because Jenny will not talk on your behalf in your research. you will have to talk. So to draw your hypothesis also, you just have to write down in that AI chat,
AI assistant.
derive the hypothesis from this paper, and Jenny will derive the hypothesis for you. Your work is done. अब इसको साइड भी करने के लिए you can always write down in your reference that this is the paper which I viewed and the hypothesis is derived from this particular paper. Superb. Chalo, amazing. I'm happy that the audience are enjoying the session so far. Ma'am, 3:40. Can we take a 10-minute break? Is it permitted?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure. I was about to intervene, but we were engrossed in all the tools, so I didn't intervene. Yes, ma'am. We can take 10 minutes break and we can resume then.
Okay. So it is 35. Can we see you 10 minutes break apart? That is 3:45.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Be in touch. We will get back to you in next 10 minutes time. Thank you.
I guess we can give a start. So, Dr. Neeraj, we had a 10 minutes break, the biological break, and now we are back. So, we were talking on various AI tools. So far, we have finished with various tools like Avid Note, we finished. Thereafter, we finished with Trinka. Thereafter, we finished with, which is the next tool after Trinka? One more thing that we learned was
Jenny and ref and write.
very good. Let's take you to either PaperPal or a tool. This PaperPal is also again the same. I will take you to one exciting tool, then we come to PaperPal. Let's take to consensus that you all of them told me. So how to choose the right research topic AI tool, consensus will help you with it. A beautiful tool which will give you all the citations also. So I have created my own video. You can see now every time I'm not running these videos. This video what I had created. Again, Neha Sharma, Neha Agarwal and me myself wandered on it and we came up with this particular video tool that they can help us out. Let's take a look. Consensus. You need to log in with your email ID. Once you log in, all what you want, you can keep prompting here. You already had a session on this. All right, let's not waste time then. So you already know about consensus well?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's move ahead. That is why people I was surprised. They know consensus also. Very good. I'm happy at least your previous sessions have given you good knowledge on. PaperPal. Okay. You should be in love with this AI tool again. Let's log in. I had to log in with my own account. Continue with Google. Why this is asking? I will not let it go back. I will not. Let's sign up.
Ma'am, participants are asking for the link if you can post in the
I will.
chat.
Once I just log in, I will give it to them. Sure.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, thank you.
Here I share the link. Let's go to PaperPal. PaperPal also does the same work in a unique way. It's an AI-powered writing assistant that help academicians write, revise their academic papers. It helps in grammar check, language check, manuscript checking. It helps into translation into 25 languages. It helps in paraphrasing, submission readiness. So definitely it will help me on the technical checks for a report that I'm supposed to submit for my publications. It helps in citations into various formats that you're looking out for. So that could be into APA style, Chicago style, IEEE style, which style you're looking forward for your citations and your referencing. And it helps in plagiarism check too. Let's go here and help you
So probably I go on. This is Jenny. No, we wanted on. Jenny can go. Jenny can go. I just generated that, no? So all you need to do is log in and you say new web document. In this web document, you will get a lot of options. You can close this. Probably this is the templates that you have. And in that templates, there could be something which is saying brainstorming. So click on this template. Brainstorm. These are various services that is provide you. Write a title, create an abstract, make keywords from this abstract, write a suggestion for me, plain language summary. So let's say, Are Baba, first help me to generate, suggest. Anybody from the field of management, human resource management? We know we belong to an age right now where there is a lot of employee engagement going about in various industry. So I say I want to have some kind of a research made in this area. Let's do some brainstorm and give me some titles which are innovative in this area. So brainstorming was done, and then I started getting all the different types and topics which I could think about in the field of employee engagement. Look at it. It's given me all different types of topic which I can read it. Creating a day in life program for interdepartmental job shadowing, developing a common white book club with leadership discussions. These are the various topics it is giving me. In the field of economics also, I'll show you, ma'am. You can write down any here. You can get those notifications also in the field of economics if you want. You can copy this and you can see all this here. Then probably I may say, again, go back here. I don't want something in brainstorming. Probably I want some titles, research articles. So I say again, statement of problem. Okay. And program name it has to say. So this will help me to identify the problem of my study. Create a background here. So I will have to create some background here. So I think I write down something on perception for M-commerce. Generate. Let's see what statement of problem it helps me to. I will have to write down the program name and I have to write down the university name. A little of idea I needs to give because it has a data bank, right? So that data bank will be of that within universities and or institutions. So within that, it will help me to have some kind of identify the papers related to it and give a solution to the statements that can be written as the objectives. 50 words. Okay, they need some background in order to identify the problem. Perception of consumers for m-commerce. Recent trends in use of m-commerce. इतना सारा लिख के दिया है. Now let's see what does it do. Still 21 words. He needs some more content on M-commerce. Some thought is going about with M-commerce, perception, use, and last what I could say is, what are the hindrances or hurdles in use of M-commerce, ways to overcome. Oh my God, is drafted the statement of purpose and problem to me. So this can become a part of your review of literature or your proposals that you are making. What else do you want? Statement of purpose is like why you are doing this particular act and why it has been done. So what do you type? What do you want? It will definitely give you all what you're looking forward for. Suggest an idea on research topic for consumer behavior. Ask a question here. It gave me all. See, I went to research. I went to site. Let's take this up. So in research site, I said, tell me all the new ideas and suggest me. So it gave me all these research topics which I can do it on consumer behavior along with citation. So if I want to have this particular research paper done, it told me the journal name, it gave me the site. It also has given me explaining consumer the paper. Click on the link and I can read the paper. Now I can use Avid Node and I can say, please compile this particular paper and let me know what is the summary of this paper. These are all perspective of consumer decision making on all these new topics they have told me and they have cited it. Best part, they have cited it. Every paper from where they're getting these innovative topics. From where they got all these innovative topics, they have given me the articles also here. So that is a ready reckoner for me. Anything if you want to rewrite is paraphrasing. Write with AI, brainstorm here. Probably you can paraphrase here. You can trim certain things here. Put up your article here. You can type your article here and accordingly then it will paraphrase here. Type or paste your text here or click language. So here you can paste it and you can then say use paraphrase or you can use synonymous words. Write a paragraph on extract keywords. So if you have some kind of summary written here, it will extract keywords for you. You write notes, draft an outline, basically giving you a summary. So if you have any review of literature paper, upload the paper here. And then you say draft an outline of what is this particular article talking about. A beautiful tool that you can use. Plain language summary, brainstorm, statement of purpose, research articles, any queries here. Explore these tools. Explore these tools. It will then help you out. So plagiarism check, journal submission check. So what Trinka used to give, PaperPal is giving everything in one go. A complete, similar as Avid Note. AI review, expert journal formatting, the paper in which you want to submit, and the format which that editor is asking for that paper. It will suggest you that format in which you have to do expert journal formatting. So before your submission, there will be expert panel who will review your paper and say whether the paper will be accepted or rejected. That's the beauty of paper panel. There's one more thing what you can say, an advanced version That is, you can make it as private. The moment you make it private, it means your paper is not going on public domain nor getting treasured in their database also before your publication. So there is a feature which says make it private. Click on that button private and then your article will not be misused. Exactly. Learning now means what prompting should you do? AI, the beauty of AI is you should learn the art of prompting. एक बार जान लिया what you have to tell to AI. Once you have learned that art, you will enjoy doing with AI. But certain things, the AI will not generate till the time you tell it correctly. What are you expecting from AI? Okay. The audience is also talking to themselves on the chat. That's good to know that you all are interacting. So I think, can we come out of paper pal?
Ma'am, is there any specific AI tool which combines all the number of different tools, like everything under one umbrella?
Okay. Yet to know, but Avid Note is one which I showed you. It has got multiple templates.
Okay.
Avid Note is one which you can excellently use. Paper Pal also I like, but this will make you really handicapped because everything it is making for you, right from the title, right from not even searching for papers, cite करके दे रहा है आपको पूरा citation के साथ. Okay. Maybe move further. Plagiarism checker is a submission checker. Now submission checker is like upload your paper here, upload your manuscript here. When you upload the manuscript here, they will tell you evaluation. Evaluations will be done on these areas. Step number 1, the manuscript and the preview detailed summary of your paper performance against the standard journal requirements to avoid rejections. Referencing कैसे किया है, citations है कि नहीं, language what you have used, whether readable, vocabulary used, structured abstract. See, when you go in ABDC journal, the abstracts are very unique, right? From what are the findings of, what are the variables, what are the relations, what is its outcome on the industry, how will it help the other sectors of the industry, all that your abstract itself will say. When you submit your papers in IIM, because I've presented papers in IIM, Lucknow, I am Calcutta, I am Bangalore. In the international conferences, my papers had got shortlisted. So while I had submitted my paper for their conference, whether to get shortlisted or not in their conference proceedings also, I had to submit an abstract of 5,000 words. An abstract of 5,000 words. यहाँ तो paper हमारा बनता है 5,000 words, but the abstract they wanted. So what they wanted was start with an end in your mind. What you want to do in your research, how you try to do it, start that way and let us know about. However, when I submitted my abstract of 5,000 words, I did not write down what is the outcome because I was yet to do my research work more strongly. So partial research was done, then only somebody can write down the abstract. So I was almost 75% of my research work done. Then I made an abstract of 5,000 words submitted. Few relations I said the outcome of the paper will give you. Even extended abstract is also not of so many words. How you can say, right? Even the abstract, but I am asked for 5,000 words abstract. That's also beautiful, a good experience to do. So see suggestions. So if your paper is not up to that mark, to that journal's standard, it will give you suggestions what you have to do in your paper. So paper pal is beautiful if you want to submit it in ABDC journals. It reads your abstract and is giving you suggestions what and how you have to do it. So why paper pal? Trusted by 400 journals. More than 20,000 authors submitted more than 400 journals across academic disciplines. So it's not just commerce or management, arts, science, all different faculties. Publications can happen here. Their journals are here. Write down the journal name. They'll try and fit your paper and recommend you what does your paper need to improvise on in order to get accepted and not rejected. Beautiful. So we can upload your manuscript here and take a look. Explore these tools. You will love it. Let's go to home page. I have shown you all maximum. Okay. Anything else in paper pal that I have to show you? Submission check, plagiarism check again. You know what are various plagiarism checks tools? Many of us have gone through grind of writing 400 odd pages thesis and struggled so much. Collecting data. AI does give a cakewalk, but this cakewalk, the cherry on the cake is when you defend your work. So if you're not able to talk in the audience of 100 and 200 people where they're going to raise the question to you, because in the audience you may have research scholars, PhD scholars, examiners who's going to evaluate your thesis, academicians, and people from industry. You may feel you have got ample of knowledge, but there will be people who must have studied more than you. Be ready for their work. Be ready for their shoots because they're going to ask you a lot of questions. You should be aware of what's happening in industry, what are people expecting, what you have done. Defend your work. With only depending on AI, you will not be able to answer to their questions. You will become handicapped. Okay. So even now, if I'm writing my papers, even now, I write my own work. I do all interpretations myself. Okay. After writing suggestions, interpretations, all, then I put it into a tool which you all know. Very popular tool. Either all these tools I've told you or use Quillboard, paraphrasing, use Grammarly. This will help you to paraphrase your entire writing. और क्या चाहिए? Ad free, no single up, Quillboard use करने का. So this is a paraphrasing tool, beautiful tool. Now all the tools what I've shown you, it's all paraphrasing tool. So these tools you can use after you have written it on your own. If we upload our research paper, that is what I told you, Aarti, there is a tab which says make it private. Unless you don't make it private, your paper will become public. Before your publication, it will go in their data bank. And when you do your plagiarism check, that will be trapped. So access the feature which will tell you make the paper private before you go for final upload and submissions for the check of the journal. Okay. Please note in mind, not only in PaperPal, but every AI tool that you use, if you're using the premium features, every premium feature now they have given this add-on feature to make your paper private. Don't submit it without making that private. There is a button only which you can use. Make it private. A button
option is only in PaperPal.
that will come only when you're using the premium version, beta. The premium version. So if you pay the nominal fees, you will be able to see that particular tab of making it private. Somewhere you will have to pay a price and enjoy the features. So now if I'm saying consumer perception for product packaging. Okay, so there is a beautiful paper on Emerald. Let's open that. Certainly, if I copy from here, I'll be trapped all under plagiarism. So what they are saying on packaging, Journal of Consumer Marketing. Look at the abstract. They have purpose, design methodology, they have findings, and this is definitely going more than 300 words. Okay, they have research limitations, originality and value, and the keywords. Okay, so probably from here I have picked up from the abstract only. I want to write down these things. Control C. Let's come up here. Let's come up here. Where did it go? Quillboard. To enjoy further features, you have to pay it, but worth the pay. Plagiarism checker. Oh, we want a paraphrase. So I've written something directly copied from there. This paper seeks to discuss the need to understand consumer perception in order to correctly design product packaging and to achieve the desired position in the minds of consumers. Basically talking about product positioning. I say paraphrase this. Without changing the meaning, see how it plays with the words. This essay aims to address the necessity of comprehending customers' perception in order to properly properly design product packaging and secure the intent and place in the consumer's thoughts. Wonderful. And now if I put this under plagiarism, this will definitely not be what we are expecting it to be 100%. The plagiarism percent definitely goes down. I hope you all have understood. So using Quillboard, it is saying grammar check hota hai, AI detector. Very good. So it will tell you how much is it, upload the file here or paste your text here. If your paper is completely AI generated, it will tell you how much and to what percent it is AI generated. If your full paper is cut, copy, paste, and then AI used, it will detect here. It will detect here.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, whenever we are doing such paraphrasing or for any sort of help, if we are taking we are putting our write-up on the site, means we are putting everything on the cloud. So how safe it is, means how secure our data would be.
Ma'am, that is why I told you there are some paraphrasing tools or there are some platforms which have now coming up with an additional feature because they understood the concerns of the researcher. All the researchers identified the moment we are putting here, it is going on cloud, so everybody becomes public or it's going in their database. So they came up with an additional feature which is known as make it private. The moment you make it private, it is not going in the data bank. It is there on your laptop itself, on your what you say, on your dashboard. So it is not going out anywhere, not in their cloud also once you make it private. That's an additional feature. Now every platform is introducing.
These features are not available in all.
These features are not available unless you make the payment. Enjoy the premium feature.
Okay, okay.
So if you say Quillboard Premium, pay the price and enjoy this, which I'm saying as private.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. So, plagiarism checker, AI director, summarize it. That's Quillboard that I showed you. Let's go back to our basic questions. Paper pal I showed you. Consensus you've learned. Julius I showed you. Julius, this is the only platform which has helped me for data analysis. Oh, I don't have to really meet
No,
a
ma'am.
statistician if I am not strong with mathematics, if I'm not strong with number game, if I'm not strong with statistics, then is there something which can help me out? Yes, which is called as Julius. There was somebody who asked me about it. Is there anything where I can have
Yes,
quantitative
ma'am.
data?
Yes, ma'am.
Here. I created an account. Let's go with this. Chalo first. What was that account I had created on? Okay. Okay, started. People belonging from the field of mathematics. I help you in your domain.
Yes, ma'am. I'm from statistics.
Ah, ma'am, this is your area. You will enjoy this.
Yes,
Time
ma'am.
series analysis. Significant testing. Let's go here. What are the tests that you can have? Significance tests on columns and sheets, such as t-test, chi-square test, by simply uploading the file, describing the comparison that you are interested into. So you may just say the comparison between demography and consumer behavior. The moment you say this kind of comparisons that you want to have, they will pick up the significant tool fit for your data, upload your file here, it will give you the required answer, ma'am. Prompt well what you want in this AI tool. At least that knowledge you should have, what you want to compare with. Okay, let's go with another. Data clearing, quick visualizations. You want to have pie charts, linear graph, graphicings, visual explore spreadsheets, Julius, by providing your data field, letting the AI start with off with the initial analysis. So it will help your analysis. All you need to upload your file. It will help you for your statistical analytical work. Next, let's go with time series analysis. Superb. Forecast time series data for understanding trends, relationships. Provide your data file, upload and display the first few rows. Specify the column containing the time series data. Specify and apply the processing steps needed, such as handling and missing the values or something. It can make the use of various statistical tool and give you projections for what you're looking forward for. It can analyze and give you future trends. So if you're doing comparative study of two companies balance sheet for the past 5 years, तो उसमें 5 साल का balance sheet लेके time series analysis डाल के you can have your data analysis done here.
Ma'am, I'm having one question, not specifically to this. So whenever we are doing the statistical analysis for our research, so whichever is the tool we are using, like right now we'll be talking about AI tool. Is there any issue that or the plagiarism concept when we talk about? So as per me, there should not be any issue, right? But if I'm using these AI tools for analysis because I'm collecting the data and all, so will it be fine or still we have to think about the...
You have to have your touch given, because now plagiarism softwares detect AI content also.
Yeah.
So by hook or by crook, how much ever you depend on AI, you need to give your touch, your words. Humanize karke, you will have to understand and write down in your own words also.
And why? What about declaration? Are we supposed to do the declaration as well as in aspect of plagiarism? I'm asking.
Absolute. You have to. That is always to be safe, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Always. So that's a good question raised by you. So my next slide, Julius का बता दिया मैंने आपको. So my next slide. So I think this, the statisticians or people from the mathematical background can correlate to this very well. Extract tables from PDF, so convert it, and then what the tables are talking. This is one thing that you can really talk about. Upload the files here. My workflows. So probably what is your work have been so far. You can update here. Where have you reached, to what extent, and what more you are expecting to do here. Documentations. Let's come up here. So in documentations, you may have some FAQs with others must have raised. Probably if you want to see how the tools have been used, so how any statistical tool has been used, these are case studies beautifully uploaded here So if you want the Julius to have chi-square test done, then probably you don't know what relations you should add and ask, what rows and table. Use cases. So cases are here which will help you one way ANOVA. Look at their site. See how they have uploaded. Same way you also upload and you get your data done. So these are tutorials also which is giving you exact tutorials. If you don't know what to upload, how to upload, they will just tell you which column, which row to upload and perform that one way ANOVA. You don't have to perform. That they will perform. But you have to at least give your data to them to perform. So which data will you pick up? How will you pick up? You also have to do data coding. That is basic step before you do your data analysis. Correct, ma'am? So in that data coding, which columns and rows will you upload here? That at least you should know. And if you don't know, use these tutorials to explain you about it. So people from mathematics background, they would love this descriptive statistics, correlation analysis. So they'll tell you how to adopt those metrics and how should we upload the given data here. Mediation, moderation. Yes, it can fit here. It can. It is. I've always said, now every platform, they are creating a special feature. The special feature is only when you pay the premium price. For the premium price, you have to pay the fees. The moment you pay the fees, you can say private my data. Okay. Advanced analysis, it can help you your problem solving. These are the workshops. These are various tutorials that Julius is giving. A wonderful tool which can save your time. Ask questions to Julius. It will ask questions. You can answer to your questions here. So even if you want to do some kind of modelings based on a model that you want to create from your data, this can help you. A beautiful platform. Once your data is collected, you can play on this platform. So it will generate these kind of bars and statistical analysis for you all. Okay. Finally, it can create reports also for you. These are the reports which is created based on the tables. You just have to export this particular table and you can use it in your thesis. See, it says the data has been loaded successfully. Let me proceed with the predictive forecasting based on this data. So further it is giving you explanation what the data is talking. Already made. But this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Unless you understand what is your data speaking, you will not be able to be confident to defend your Viva. Okay. These are various FAQs that is asked that you can follow it. And these are various demonstrations given to you how you can upload your data here. So only thing you have to do is you have to read. This is bell shape distribution of your data, whether it is in bell shape or whether it is unevenly distributed. Based on distribution, you will decide parametric or non-parametric. I am sure am able to relate to the participant belonging from statistician department faculty. So here even they will test your data whether it is evenly distributed or not evenly distributed. Was Julius data privacy security ye raha? You had a lot of questions raised to me here. That if we upload our data, will we be able to have our data safe and secured? Yes. You have the feature here. Good question. Chris, you said that. So I have shown you here. What's Julius data safety, security? You're uploading your data there. Okay. So all FAQs are here. You can of course read it. To enjoy these features, you have to pay the premium price. Definitely. Now, if you make it everything free, then it will be difficult. Chale. So, Julius, I have made you understand. Wilbot, I made you understand. Paper Pal. Can you list down all the tools that we have studied so far? Julius, okay. Wilbot, okay. Avid Note, Note. Paper Pal, okay. Ref and Write, Trinka, okay. Consensus, very good. Jenny, very good. 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 Quite some we have learned. Okay. Now let's go to another content which people were asking me. We all know what is a plagiarism. Basically, with the rising use of AI has questioned the ethical work. I really don't know what is the original content, what is the imitations made. And this has compelled uh, for the researchers to have more understanding about plagiarism. So basically, it's an act of taking somebody else's work, somebody's idea, somebody's test, and research findings, their data, and you're claiming it, their even structure of the paper, and you present it as if it is your own work without proper any attributions given to them, any citations given, any reference given to the author whose paper you have referred to. And this may lead to plagiarism. So plagiarism can be done in 10 most common ways. Direct plagiarism without citation, directly copy the paper from them, do not cite their name. This leads to plagiarism. And now drill bit, it does a very acute way of plagiarism check. So you cannot simply just cut, copy, paste and just write it down there unless you paraphrase it and cite it properly. Direct plagiarism without citation lacks codes or full citations. So if you are even copying somebody's work, some kind of definitions you to write down, put the definitions into inverted comma. That inverted comma will help you to save from plagiarism level. Self plagiarism, you submit your paper twice, thrice using the same content without citing your own name. Cite it. See, the best way is giving citations, secured way. Prevent any kind of unforeseens which can happen by simple ways, giving references and citation. The moment you give citations, definitely you and paraphrase it. Don't use the same words, same lines. Reshuffle the words. Use synonymous words. This will help you to reduce down the plagiarism level also. Unoriginal work as plagiarism, very similar structure and content of existing work. You've copied there, but you've not given citation. Accidental plagiarism, unintentionally you try to just write down few lines, but you do not put it into quotes. This may lead to some kind of plagiarisms. So these are all different types of plagiarism softwares. Take a look at these softwares. Grammarly is there. You have to enjoy Grammarly. You have to make some payments for some extra features to be enjoyed. Plagiarism detector is there. Plague scan is there. Popular tool. Turn it in for various research centers which are there, institutions which are having research centers. They're bound to have these kind of plagiarism checkers, and Turnitin is one of the softwares which is popularly being used. Yeah. Drillbit, Urkund, these are very popular softwares which are used for checking the plagiarism. You can't own it unless you are very, very rich to pay that 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees. Your institution can always set up a plagiarism software which you can happily use it. Your universities will be having it. There are free plagiarism checkers also, but the limitation of words comes there. 2000 words only you can upload, check the plagiarism. So you will have to generate the report 2 to 3 times if your content of your research paper is more than 2000 words. So while checking the plagiarism software also, you need to keep these things in mind. Maximum 3000 words, correct? So Madam Mukherjee, I have used one plagiarism checker which is 5000 words. Okay, that also you can check. Free. So after
Okay,
5,000
ma'am.
words,
Can you name that here?
I will again have to upload new content into it because beyond that it cannot use. So on free checkers that you see on search engines, 2000, 500 to 3000 words you can limit up. Choosing plagiarism checker softwares, you need to check the accuracy level also, how far they're accurate, how far they're popularly used, number of users for this particular checker, because Google always gives some kind of ratings. Look at the integrations it has, the report, and it generates what the feedback people have. User interface also, it should be friendly enough for people to understand, to download, to export the reports that it generates, and these reports should be able to tell you from where, what is the source of the plagiarized material that is there, so you can go back to the source, read it again, and paraphrase it into your words. I think Dr. Sudhakar has really explored AvidNote, and I would suggest, yes, AvidNote is best because it's got all the templates, right from data analysis, data interpretations, to identifying the topic, identifying the gap. It has got all the templates that you can play around with. So Evernote is a real good one. While checking the plagiarism, these are the areas of concerns that you need to keep in mind. Okay. Well, in case if you are trapped with plagiarism and you still want to combat, what is there any solution that we can have to reduce the level of this plagiarism? Then yes, certain ways that we can always combat with this plagiarism in the age of AI. One thing that can keep in mind is create awareness. By educating the researchers, the research scholar, to make proper citations, make proper references, they will be able to combat plagiarism and reduce the percentage of plagiarism. Enhance plagiarism detection tools, use tools which are, I just showed you different tools which are popular tools. These are top 10 tools which are used, which are evolving for detection of AI generated text also. So mind you, this plagiarism softwares that I have shown you, this detects the AI content also, and they are now going so brilliant that they detect humanized content also, because people are now using that as an AI tool to humanize the AI content. So they are brilliant in this such detections, and they give you the percentage of AI content also. Got to be very careful while selecting the plagiarism detector tools and using the AI content tools. AI ethics guideline. Every institution, university should develop clear ethical guidelines regarding the use of AI in academic work. Disclose which AI tools should not be used in research process or in academic work. So if you have your students, if you're telling them you can use AI tool, tell them strictly no chat GPT. Because now students know everything. Even a small research paper, we tell them to write down. They will only tell chat GPT, make a research paper on this and show two hypothesis test and show 50 ROL. So certain areas we have to draw a boundary line and create a kind of jurisdiction within which they should work upon. Certain AI tools should be debarred from students using it in order to strengthen the academic thinking. Rather than making the AI work for you and being your replacement, make a collaboration and partnership with AI tools. This AI tools should not replace the researchers. They should view it as a collaborator partner. It should help the researcher and it should not work for the researcher. Keep that in mind. So be a judicious user. Okay. Next thing, when we use the AI tools, the biggest problem here in AI tools are who's going to take the ownership of the critical thinking, the originalities of the idea. Is it the author or the AI? That's a question which is still debatable, and a lot of research is also being done, that who is finally going to take the ownership if the research paper is made from the AI tool. Whom should I give the credit to? Author or the AI platform? Okay. So to conclude, when I talk about use of AI tools and detection of plagiarism, AI evolves so too much of our understanding for plagiarism in research should evolve. By developing clear guidelines and improving our plagiarism detection tools, uh, we can generate an environment, create an environment of ethical research practices, and we can ensure that the AI becomes a helpful ally rather than a tool for academic misconduct. Now, that integrity, that honesty, it is something that we should imbibe as teachers belonging to the teaching fraternity. So, this ethical practice, and it is our responsibility that we put it into practice and further tell our research scholars, students to imbibe that. To avoid plagiarism, I told you put things into quotations. The moment it puts into quotes, the plagiarism level comes down. Use paraphrase tools like Quillboard, AvidNote, PaperPal. All this are giving you Grammarly check and paraphrasing tools. Consensus, that is also which will give you a platform which will help you to paraphrase your activity. Now, this is one more tool that I would like to show you, and this is all about reference management. So when you're downloading a lot of papers, when you're downloading now, it is with the click of button you can get a lot of papers related to your area. So when you click that particular button and download your papers, 100 to 200 papers, you really have to keep a record of references also for maintaining your bibliography. So apart from Menly, I am comfortable with Zotero. You also have Menly, which is popularly been used. Zotero can help you to maintain the citations, can help you to maintain and manage your referencing tool. Take a look how this particular tool works, and I would suggest everybody can have it because this is completely free. You don't have to pay anything. Okay. All this time you always have been questioning to me whether what is free and which not. So this tool is completely free. Take a look at it. Audible?
Hello, friends. As promised. Hello, friends.
Audible?
As promised, I'm back.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Well, I always strive hard to contribute in the field of research, either by authoring books or making a small video. Well, you all will agree with me that the crucial stage in research methodology is about review of literature. And in the process of doing the review of literature, we skip to parallelly maintain our bibliography. And at the end, we piled up writing loads and loads of bibliography where we miss out even what papers we had reviewed. So in today's session, we are going to learn a tool which helps us to manage our references parallelly when our review of literature is on. There are many softwares available, but out of all the softwares, what I'm going to talk in today's session is Zotero. Zotero. Zotero is a free open source software which assists the researcher in managing references. Let us see how does Zotero function. I hereby share my screen. Here we go.
Office politics can ruin your career and block the opportunities you deserve if you don't know how to handle it. Most people think of office politics as just gossip and rumors, but it's not.
Okay. So let's go to the search engine. In search engine, let's type Zotero. Zotero. Download. It says download Zotero. Let's click on this. So this is the interface that we need to download both Zotero software, and it gets connected with our Google Chrome. So we need to install both download Zotero as well as Zotero connector, which installs Google Chrome connector. So once you download this, this is how we need to download. Once both are downloaded, one, an icon which you will see here, save to Zotero. And second, what I can show you, it comes here. So it'll take a little time to open, but let's see. Yes, this is how the interface of Zotero will look like. Well, this is a folder from which if you click, you can create new folders. For example, if I click here, this is my new folder. It is untitled. I can name it as Poonam. Okay, so you can see this is a new folder created. So a lot of folders, as in how I was doing my review of literature, these folders have been created. Let us see how does it function. Let's go to Google Chrome. Okay. Well, there are a few review of literature papers that I have downloaded here. Now, first thing what we need to do is we need to get these papers stored in the Zotero folder. So this is the Zotero folder. The icon comes here. All you need to do is click on the paper, click on the icon here, which says save. So it will show you where do you want to save. So there are different folders which I have made. So those folders can be seen. I say Poonam's folder, that's a new folder I've created, and we just say here, done. Let's go to the next paper. That's another paper which I
Ma'am, the playing is stopped. Video is not playing. Yes, ma'am has got disconnected.
Feedback link is shared in the chat. You all can please see.
Natika ma'am, I think Poonam ma'am got disconnected.
Session is still on. Hello. Hum. You are connecting the ma'am again? Yeah. Session is still on. Ma'am is just joining in a minute. Meanwhile, you all can please fill the feedback form. Kindly do not log out. And those who couldn't submit the given task for Saturday by the resource person, we have shared the recording. You all can please go through the recording, and I have shared the link, drive link in the chat today, WhatsApp chat, wherein you all can upload the given task by the resource person.
Ma'am, what you have just said, kindly please repeat. Ma'am, what you have just said, please repeat.
She said to fill the feedback form.
Yeah, session is still on. She's joining in 2 minutes. You all can please fill the feedback form.
Ma'am, can
Please do
we
not log out. Kindly remain connected, everyone.
Ma'am, you have
Ma'am,
said
can we
something
leave the
regarding
session?
the task to be uploaded.
Yes, ma'am. Saturday's task, I was saying that those who couldn't complete Saturday's task, they can complete it by the end of the day today, once the session gets over. And if they have missed the session, they can go through the recording of given task. And in the WhatsApp today, I have shared the drive link to upload the task. Now you don't complete the pending task. The session is still on. Ma'am is rejoining in 2-3 minutes. Meanwhile, you all can fill the feedback form. But please do not log out.
Session is very good, ma'am. Very informative.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am has given this YouTube link. For you all to see.
Hello friends, as promised, I'm back with my next video. Well, I always strive hard to contribute in the field of research either by authoring books or making of small videos. Well, you all will agree with me that the crucial
I hope
stage
the
in research
screen is
methodology
visible and the
is
video
about
is audible.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
process of writing the review of literature. We skip to parallelly maintain our bibliography. And at the end, we piled up writing loads and loads of bibliography where we miss out even what papers we had reviewed. So in today's session, we are going to learn a tool which helps us to manage our references parallelly when our review of literature is on. There are many softwares available, but out of all the softwares, what I'm going to talk in today's session is Zotero. Z-O-T-E-R. Zotero is a free open source software which assists the researcher in managing references. Let us see how does Zotero function. I hereby share my screen. Here we go.
ऐसे मैं स्टॉक को सिलेक्ट करता हूँ कहाँ पे एंट्री करना है कहाँ पे एग्जिट करना है there is a pattern here also what is the pattern
So let's go to the search engine. In search engine, let's type Zotero. Z-O-T-E-R-O. Download. It says download Zotero. Let's click on this. So this is the interface that we need to download both Zotero software and it gets connected with our Google Chrome. So we need to install both download Zotero as well as Zotero connector, which installs Google Chrome connector. So once you download this, this is how we need to download. Once both are downloaded, one, an icon which you will see here, save to Zotero. And second, what I can show you, it comes here. So it will take a little time to open, but let's see. Yes, this is how the interface of Zotero will look like. Well, this is a folder from which if you click, you can create new folders. For example, if I click here, this is my new folder. It is untitled. I can name it as Poonam. Okay, so you can see this is a new folder created. So a lot of folders, as in how I was doing my review of literature, these folders have been created. Let us see how does it function. Let's go to Google Chrome. Okay. Well, there are a few review of literature papers that I have downloaded here. Now, first thing what we need to do is we need to get these papers stored in the Zotero folder. So This is the Zotero folder. The icon comes here. All you need to do is click on the paper, click on the icon here, which says save. So it will show you where do you want to save. So there are different folders which I have made. So those folders can be seen. I see Poonam's folder, that's a new folder I've created, and we just say here done. Let's go to the next paper.
संदीप पानी आएगा ध्यान देना.
That's another paper which I had downloaded for referencing. Let me put it to the Zotero folder. Click here, Poonam's folder, done. Next paper, consumer behavior. I'm doing a small research on this. Let's store it in the Zotero folder. So it goes to Poonam and I say, all right, done. So there are three folders, which are three papers, which are already being stored in the folder. That's one more paper on cosmetics. I say, all right, this is the icon. We click here, Poonam's folder, and we say done. Now let us see how these papers are looking in the Zotero folder. So here we go. We say Poonam's folder. This is my previous folder where I was working upon. This is the recent folder which I have created. And these are the four papers which we have stored in Zotero. So if I click on the first one, it gives you all the details. If you see, it shows you whether it is an article from a book or from a journal. It shows you the author's name, volume, issue, all the details can be given. Let's go to another paper and then check. So it says what type of reference material it is. Word you will get next to view. Zotero catches it here.
The audio is missing, ma'am. If you can
Click
just
on
check it
Zotero. You get two windows here. One is to add your citations, and second is to add your bibliography. You also have something which is known as document
Is it audible?
references. Is to how
Yeah,
you
now
want
audible.
bibliography. There are various styles which are available. I'm sure you are aware about the APA style, the 6th edition, the 7th edition. We have the Chicago style. We also various styles. IEEE style. We have the American Medical Association styles. Whichever you want to write your bibliography into is all mentioned here. So we will stick to APA, which is most popular method of maintaining bibliography, the 7th edition, and write out OK. Now, this is the first line what I have selected from one of the references, which I have to cite here. So go to citation, click on citation, and you're going to write down, either you can write down the author's name, or you can write down any keyword from the title of the paper in order to get your paper cited here. So we write on cosmetics related paper. So here it is. It is from this paper that I had reviewed and written the first slide. So we say click here and we say enter. It is cited as you can see. Let's go to the next few lines that I have written, that I have paraphrased it from another research paper. Click on the last line. I say cite. And this was from which paper? So you can just write down. It was from online shopping. So yes, online teaching. Okay, this has to come from. Write down consumer behavior, online shopping. We click here and we say enter. You see, automatically it is inside. How simple it is. I show you once again. This is another review that I had done from one paper. So I again say on site and I write down consumer behavior. This is all catching it from the folder in which we have saved. Odia. This is from where I've selected. Done. Now, parallelly, if I want to even maintain bibliography, all what I need to do is references here. We write down bibliography. Just click on it, and whatever we viewed, the bibliography is maintained. How easy it is going. You can change the styles in whichever you want. This is APA style. But in case if you wanted an IEEE style, so you just have to go here and you have to say, so that is document preference, which preference you want, IEEE, click here on IEEE, say OK, and it has changed the style as numbering. These numbers, you will also find it in the citations, which you have done here, which says first, second, third, and these citations bibliography are even mentioned here, first, second. You can keep changing your reference styles, whichever you want. As I showed you from document reference, either you go there or you go in APA style 7th edition, 6th edition, whichever, it's been demanded by the journal in which you are writing. Quite easy. So if a recap is needed, I do it again. We said this particular sentence, what I have
Ma'am, we can stop the
paraphrased.
video now.
Let me cite it from the journal from where I have written.
Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a video. It's my own YouTube channel where I keep uploading such videos related to research, which you can browse through, have an idea about it. I can share you my YouTube channel. You just have to type as Dr. Poonam Kakkad to get an idea about various uploads that I have made pertaining to research. In order to prevent yourself from getting plagiarized, the software should not catch your work. One thing that you need to keep in mind, prevent yourself from, keep your citations and referencing very high and tight. So whatever things that you are trying to paraphrase it, use it from the other previous researchers, always give them that credentials, always give them that citations in your research paper. That will definitely help you to prevent from plagiarism, reduce down the level of plagiarism in your paper. Be judicious in use of your AI tools. Let it not make you handicapped. Let it be a strong support for you in your swift journey for research. Thank you very much. Over to the organizer. Thank you. Yeah, in case if you all want to have any question answer round for any kind of queries that you have, you're most welcome.
Ma'am, which is better, Zotero or Mendeley?
It's your comfort zone. Wherever you are comfortable, what are you comfortable with? Both are good in their own ways.
Hello.
Any more queries?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for your informative session. It was really a wonderful session. Just one question, like we had one workshop of AMOS. So at that time, having that workshop of AMOS, we get the trial link of AMOS. It work only for 14 days. Then we don't have that software. So we understood all the system of finding out the moderation, mediation, and making the model fit and all that. But now without that software, it is like we have become handicapped. So where to like Julius, which you have shown us that it can be for the data analysis. So can that whole system can be applied over there with that Julius, or separately we have to go for?
Or separately go to the platform of Julius and then apply your statistical tools that you're aiming at.
Okay. But
AMOS is again a software only, no sir. So there Julius will not work. They are independent platform.
Yeah. So even that Julius will not provide us the diagram which Amos was able to give.
It will. It has an option which says project the model. So it will
Okay.
show, at the end, it will give you the model also if you ask in your AI chat.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you
Does
very much.
Amos generate the models?
Yeah.
It also will generate the model for you. You need to prompt on Julius for the same.
But in Amos, before we go for the calculations and interpretations, beforehand, Amos was preparing the model.
So here also, sir, before calculations, that is after your review of literature, if you want to create gap analysis के बाद conceptual model, Avid Note I have said, PaperPal I have said, they create models for you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Any further questions? I believe there is no further question, and I'll take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. Good evening, everyone. It is my privilege to extend a sincere vote of thanks at the conclusion of day 7 of the capacity building program sponsored by ICSSR on the Gen AI for Excellence in Higher Education and Research, exploring its socio-economic implications. Here, I express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Poonam Kakkad, for sharing her invaluable insights on this crucial topic. Your expertise has provided us with a deeper understanding of the ethical challenges and responsibilities that come with AI implications. Your session has been truly insightful, helping us grasp the useful AI tools like AvidNote, Ref and Write, Trinica, Jenny, Julius, Zotero, and many more with clarity and relevance. A special thanks to organizing team for facilitating this session and creating an opportunity for meaningful discussions. I also extend my appreciation to all participants for their keen engagement and thoughtful contributions. As we move forward, let us remember, as emphasized by Dr. Poonam Kakkar, that AI is a powerful tool and its responsible use lies in our hands. May we all continue to uphold ethical standards and contribute to a future where AI serves humanity for greater good. Thank you.
Dr. Poonam ma'am, there is one question posted by Dr. Shobha. Hope you have answered it. She says, in the paid version, from your experience, can you mention any one particular AI tool which is good for the entire research draft, for qualitative research and even for quantitative?
My answer is given to her now.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, Avid Note. Yeah. Shobha ma'am, your answer for the question.
Now, whichever platform madam is comfortable with, both are very good.
Okay, PaperPal also she has given. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful session.
It's
Thank
an
you.
honor, and thank you for giving this platform to share some knowledge. Thank you,
It was a
everybody,
pleasure.
for your patience with me.
It was a pleasure, ma'am, to have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. So with this, we come to our end of 7th day. See all everyone tomorrow at 1:45. I have posted the feedback link in the chat. I am posting it again. Y'all can please fill it. And once ma'am shares her PPT with us, YouTube links also and PPT, we will be sharing with all the participants with the recording. Thank you, everyone.
Sure, ma'am. By tonight, I'll do the needful,
Yeah,
what you had
sure.
asked for. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Poonam ma'am, for your wonderful session.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ganga ma'am, for a pleasant conclusion that you gave. Thank you very much. With your permission, I wind off. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.